What's up, everybody? Big TRC. Another beautiful day out here at the flying field. God's blessed me with another one. Just look at this sky. So, you guys have heard there's two absolutes in life, death and taxes. There's actually four absolutes. Death, taxes, the fact that Jesus saves, and if you fly RC airplanes, at some point you are going to have to repair them. Such is the case here with my P47 Razorback from Eflite. I've had this plane for a few years. This is the older 3S version. I absolutely love this plane. The issue is the same issue with every airplane that Eflite makes with retracts. The design is bad and they are terrible on grass runways. That being said, what I've had happen with this plane is I had a dead stick landing that was a little bit rough on the landing gear, but just over time of landings, it's actually started to push the pocket that holds the landing gear through the top of the main wing. And I've repaired it a few times, but it's getting to where it's just getting too weak and becoming difficult to repair, to where it's just like pieces are falling off of it. So discussing this with some guys at the club about this repair, and that's one of the great things about belonging to a club, is you actually get ideas from other guys there. One member told me about a thin plastic that's made at Hobby Lobby, and we had kind of come up with a few ideas. And at first I was going to take the pocket out that holds the retract and reinforce it with plastic. But then what I decided to do is just cut a couple of pieces. And as you can see, I've done right here. I cut a couple of pieces. I painted them with Testors silver paint, which matched the paint on this pretty good. I think it's the lack of texture is what makes it so that it doesn't match up perfectly, but I can do something with that. And what this material is this right here. So you can get like I think it's a 24 by 11 inch piece of this at Hobby Lobby for $1.49, which is really cheap. I cut it to match these panels right here, and I actually placed it like about right where my finger is where the actual pocket for the retract sits, but where it's popping out is over here. So you can't see that area now because I've put this on there. And the same thing on this side, because it started to happen on this side as well. So the plan is now that when that plastic pocket pops up, it's going to be stopped by this, and it kind of reinforces the top of this main wing. This stuff is pretty light. I don't think it's going to add any weight to this at all. And really, I'm willing to sacrifice that to get a little bit more durability in this wing. You can see right here a couple of these spots right here where the paint came off. That was from the tape that I used to hold this down while it was curing. Really, my only regret is I got it a little bit off edge on this side, but that's fine. It's still where it needs to be. What I could do is I have some silver paint. I'll come in and I'll touch this up. I'm going to do something with this once I fly it, make sure that the fix works, and I'll try to make this look like a little bit more scale. And I think what these panels are going to do, it looks pretty cool. It just adds a little bit more scale detail, I think. I may put like some rivets in here and stuff like that just to make it look pretty neat. The most important thing, and I would say even if you have not damaged your Warbirds with retracts, even if you haven't damaged it yet, I would consider doing this. Especially if you have a grass runway, because the uneven ground is just so hard on those. The main thing that's really important about this is that you get these seams right here sealed down. You don't want these coming up and catching air where it's gonna cause wind resistance while you're flying. And this stuff right here is pretty pliable. Like once you cut it, you can bend it. I kind of bent mine like this to where it kind of got the shape of the dihedral of the wing. And then I'll show you, I'll add like a couple of photos of how I actually anchored this down. But this right here is from the tape that I used to hold down these edges. And I can go in and fix that. That's not that big of a deal. This plane is a little bit older, so it's got some bumps and some bruises and stuff like that. But I think that this fix is going to work. I think this is going to be the ticket for the issue that I was having with the plane. And some of the paint is like a little bit tacky yet, but it's been drying since yesterday afternoon. So I think it's going to be pretty good. If you guys want to see this thing fly and see how the fix works, stick around. All right, here we go. The Eflite P47 with new repairs made to the main wing. I'm flying it on a 3S 3300 pack. Pretty close to the front of the nose of the plane. I've already checked all my control, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it up, see what happens. Nice scale takeoff. Come in, put that gear up. Maybe a little bit hard to see against this sky. Kind of a gentle cross breeze right now blowing out of the east. Performing pretty much exactly like I expect it to. Seems like the little bit of added weight on the wings really isn't affecting it at all. In fact, I think it actually looks kind of cool, a little bit more scale with that. It's kind of shiny gray. Yeah, make a pass and put the gear down. There's the gear. I'm going to bring it in on half flaps right now. Burn off a little bit of airspeed. A little bit of a crosswind is kicking up. Go ahead and go around one time. Just didn't like the way that that was lining up. There you go. And that's pretty much the kind of scale landing you need with these retracts on grass with these smaller foam airplanes. Another thing I do is I don't taxi back into the pit or out onto the runway from the pit when I'm flying. It just puts needless stress on those landing gear, and I kind of want to give them as much of a break as possible. But as you can see, it seemed like that repair has worked pretty well. My flaps are still down. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. I enjoyed making it. God bless you guys. Have a good day of flying, and I'll see you next time.